يوم الأضحى, he says, اللهم هذا يوم مبارك ميمون والمسلمون فيه مجتمعون في أقطار أرضك يشهد السائل منهم والطالب والراغب والراهب وأنت الناظر في حوائجهم. I just want to mention over there that there is a dua in Sahifa to Sajjadiya which is related to the day today. So at times we don't know, like maybe there is a dua. So this is a recommendation that after the khutbah, if we get a time, if not reciting the whole dua, at least a segment of it. The dua is, according to my book, it is somewhere around 5 pages of my book. It will not be more than 2 or 3 pages of A4. So if you go just a segment of the dua, 1 verse, 2 verse of the dua, take it, recite it, reflect on it, and try to understand what Imam says, try to understand what is your duty. In the first ayah, which I even recited half of it, Imam is basically giving us a number of messages. Just 2 points and then inshallah, I'll cover my discussion, I'll conclude my discussion. He says, Allahumma hadha yawmu mubarakum maymun. The day of Eid is a day which is mubarak, joyful, blessed day. So we have to try our best to make our days blessed with a lot of blessings. Today is not a day of grudges. It's not a day of enmities. It's not a day of, having a bad mood, not looking at the people, not replying to their salams, not doing the salams, not meeting with each other, keeping the old things which might have happened in the past. Oh, that person, he has done something wrong to me in the office. That person, he has kept my money. That person, I had a misunderstanding with him. That person doesn't look nice. That person doesn't say salam to me. That person does this thing to me. Today is not that day. Today is the blessed day. Let us all focus on the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If Allah would do something like this, just imagine if Allah would take a list and would say, okay, Sikandar Kazim, you did wrong yesterday, so today your ni'mat and your blessings are like half, yours 30%, yours 70%, and after a day or so, another mistake, so another 5% cut. The way we do as a teacher, you say one mistake is like one mark's gone. Towards the end of the year, you'll get lesser marks. If Allah would have done this thing to us, we would have gone into debts. Minus machal rahe hote hum. We would have to do the compensations to Allah. Okay, we are doing the good things to at least reach to a ground level. But Allah would say, no, every day you are still my servant. So let us all take this rahmaniyat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very generous, very kind in a very common sense. He doesn't look at you with your mistakes and shortcomings and all those things. He looks at you as your servant. Even if you are doing a mistake, he says, قُلْ يَا عِبَادِيَ الَّذِينَ أَسْرَفُوا عَلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ. Even if you do the mistake, he says, okay, still, you are my servant who has done a mistake. He could have said, oh, you are a human being who has done the mistake. He said, no, you are still my servant because you have an attribution. Yesterday you were reciting the dua of Arafah of Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Good thing about the khutbah of Eid is that there is no namaz afterwards. So you can still, expand your discussions. So I was looking at the clock, but then I realized that there is no namaz. There is no 40 minutes, limitation. So we can continue. All in all, yesterday we were reciting the dua. Over there, Imam at one point has said that there is a nisbat. You are, forgiving me. You are doing the rahmat to me, blessings and all those ni'mat, etc. One of the reasons is that you have created a nisbat between me and you. There is an attribution. I am not anyone. Each and every one of us. I am not anyone. Yes, every creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But none of them had the privilege to be titled as وَنَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِي. I am attributed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So my Eid should be a manifestation of the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So let us all, Imam goes on and says, وَالْمُسْلِمُونَ فِيهِ مُجْتَمِعُونَ فِي أَقْطَارِ أَرْضِكَ. The Muslims are gathered and they are one unit. They are united in this day of Eid. When all Muslims are united, let us all have this promise to each other that we are going to get united, having all those differences and up and downs in our lives. But on the day of Eid, we are going to go and meet with each and every person, our relatives, our friends, our teachers, our community members, our elders. We will go forward. A person who doesn't say salam to us, I will go forward and I will say salam to him. The highest level of doing good to the people is not when they are doing good and you are just returning back. It is when Imam says, Sil man qata'ak. A person who does silatul rahim to you and you just respond back, it is not a big achievement. It is not the highest level of silatul rahim. Silatul rahim, the highest level of silatul rahim is when somebody is not willing to meet with you. He's not willing to say salam to you. He's not willing to call you. He's not willing to message you. And then you go forward and say salam to him or her. Silman qata'ak, not silman rahimak. A person who does good, it's a very much intellectual. If a person calls me, I would call him back. If you send me a gift, I will send. I'm not reaching to send the gifts back to you. Thank you so much for the gifts that are coming. But it is very much obvious, like when somebody sends a gift to me, like I should be sending back the gifts to you. I'm sending my du'as to you. Those are my gifts. But when somebody is not sending, see, I'm still sending my du'as to the people who are not sending gifts to me. So silman qata'ak. This is the achievement of our Eid. One more point and then inshallah we'll go towards next khutbah. Imam mentions 4 categories over here. He says, yashhadu sa'il, talib, raghib and rahib. Sa'il, a person who asks, opens the mouth. Talib, who's a seeker, but he doesn't open the mouth. Raghib, who's basically a person who has a desire to get a mercy or blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rahib, a person who's feared. وَأَنْتَ النَّاظِرُ فِي حَوَائِجِهِمْ. All of them are having hawaij. They are having needs. They are coming to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, you see them all. You watch them all. Imam categorized all people into 4 groups. If you go and scrutinize, you'll understand that submission cannot happen else than these 4 groups. So Imam is referring to one element which is common among all people, which needs to be there in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is submission. Submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the key to achieve the best out of the Eid that we are standing in. May Allah give us tawfiq to achieve what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has destined for us. May Allah give us tawfiq to be on the right path. May Allah give us tawfiq to be with Qur'an in this dunya and akhirah. May Allah give us tawfiq to be with Rasulullah in this dunya and akhirah. May Allah give us tawfiq to be with Ahlul Bayt in this dunya wal akhirah. Ameen. Ya Rabbal Alameen. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Qul huwallahu ahad.